morning and welcome. Today I'll be showing you how to crochet the lemon and orange slices. My name is Melissa and here I have a list of all the materials that we need for this tutorial. We now begin by making a loop, and this is how I like to make a loop. Very easy. And using your crochet hook, chain 2. Then insert a stitch marker on that loop on the hook. This will be our first stitch for the next round. Into the second stage of this chain, we'll be inserting 8 single crochets into the same stitch. Now these will mark the first round of this tutorial. We now change the position of our stitch marker and let's begin with our second round. So in this first stage, be very careful not to skip it. So in this first stage, we insert 1 single crochet. So that's 1 single crochet, followed by 2 single crochets into the next stage. And in the next stage, after the 2 single crochets, we insert another single crochet, followed by 2 single crochets into the same stage. So you keep repeating this way up to the end of this round. Now for our third round, we will be crocheting a single crochet into the first stage, followed by 2 single crochets into the same stage, and in the next stage 2 single crochets into the same stage, then begin again a single crochet into that stage, followed by 2 single crochets into the next stage and the next one. So we repeat this all the way around. We now begin our next round by crocheting a single crochet into the first stage, then a single crochet into the next stage. The third stage, we insert 2 single crochets into the same stage, and followed by 2 single crochets into the same stage in the next stage. So 2 times 2 single crochet in the same stage. Now single crochet into the first stage, the second stage, and the third stage. Then repeat again 2 single crochets into this stage, and 2 single crochets into the next stage. So we're alternating 3 stitches with 1 single crochet and 2 stitches with 2 single crochets. So continue this way, and at the end of this round you should have 1 stitch remaining. Then in this stage, 2 single crochets into the same stitch, followed by 2 single crochets into the next stitch. As you can see, we have one. Now you see we have one stitch remaining, and there we insert a single crochet. You should have a total of 28 stitches. Now this round is simple. All we need to do is insert a single crochet in each and every stitch, which will give you a total of 28 stitches. Before we complete this round, the last stitch of this round will be single crocheted together with the outer loop of this stitch, of the next stitch. So the outer loop of the next stitch, the back loop, pull a loop through there and single crochet together with the last stitch. This avoids adding an extra stitch. Then chain 1 and cast off. Using your sewing needle, secure your yarn by sewing part of this yarn and then cut the rest off. Another piece from the same pattern that you have 2 identical pieces. Pick your white color of yarn and we'll be attaching it with a loop to one of the pieces. So this is how I attach it. So, and before we continue, grab the second piece and pick any stitch like so, then pull your yarn through and make a slip stitch. Okay, so your yarn, your white yarn is now attached. Now we'll be making a single crochet backwards. So instead of moving forward clockwise, we'll be crocheting anti-clockwise. So you pick those 2 stitches from each, a stitch from each piece. So that piece, you pick a stitch and a stitch from the next piece, then grab that yarn and pull it through, and now make a single crochet like so. So move to the next stitch so insert your hook in both stitches of both pieces. Grab the yarn carefully and pull it through. Then make a single crochet. So as simple as that. It's quite tricky in the beginning, but you'll learn. You'll know how to do it. Just take your time. And by the time you're done with this piece, you'll know how to do the single crochet back stitch. So I call it single crochet back stitch. So you do this all the way around up to the end. Don't skip any stitch and don't add any stitch. Complete this round with a chain 1. Then cast off. So leave enough piece of yarn because we need to use it for the inside details of the slices. Then sew these loose ends to get them out of the way. We are now into the last part of this tutorial. So using your sewing needle, carefully embroider all the details. Just do it as shown. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy crocheting as many slices as you would like.